Continuing on with the World Noir Volume 4 set, because I am going to burn through these movies. We have number 120 in the Radiance range, and that is Back to the Wall from 1958. And this has a wonderful, playful noir story that feels as if it's kind of mixed with Hitchcock. Certainly has Hitchcock elements throughout it. And it's all about a wealthy industrial who discovers that his wife is having an affair. But instead of confronting her directly, he plots a elaborate blackmail scheme against her lover and her using disguise, deception and manipulation. Once the game begins, it spirals out of control, leading to betrayal, violence and an inevitable reckoning. This was one of those films that starts with a murder and then flashes back to how it led up to that situation. It's one of those movies where the plot and the characters are so manipulative and destructive that you can't help but get wrapped up in this terrific tale. And as it starts off with a man played by Gerard Ore, he is a husband who loves his wife, who suddenly has that realisation that she has been cheating. Everything is for this character. You feel sympathetic. You feel like he's been betrayed. It's shocking. Jean Moreau is his wife. And as the film moves on, you see a role reversal. You see the sympathies going from the husband to the wife as he becomes more manipulative and almost psychotic throughout it.
Depuis combien de temps Gloria couchait-elle avec lui? Je savais maintenant ce que je ressentais. Le besoin de leur faire du mal.
He is reveling in torturing these lovers. He wants to cause them as much anguish and problems as he possibly can. And there's an almost glee within this character as he sets about this. And this was something that I absolutely loved about this one. It's the infidelity and obsession. The husband has pride. He's pride within himself. But he decides that by controlling the situation, he's going to give them the justice and the cruelty that he feels has been put onto him, only tenfold. I loved the way they use the masks and the disguises when it's literally and metaphorically changing how he is. How far will he go to maintain control over this situation? This isn't just in the moment panic or reaction. This is well thought out. It's staged in such a way, and you really see this person's true personality come to the forefront. He's using disguises. In life, has he been using emotions to disguise who he really is?
C'était amusant déjà. Et ça ne faisait que commencer.
I loved the noir feeling of this one. He's starting off with the murder is a really great point. It's just how do you get there? It has the guilt and the betrayal, the punishment, the inevitable ending that's going to come. But it just plays out in a kind of really interesting noir fashion. Jean Moreau, she is wonderful in the film. She's just about to hit international stardom at this point. She embodies allure, danger. There is a bit of vulnerability about the character as well. There is a general sadness that she's never more attractive when she's pensively looking out the window as rain rolls down the panes of glass. She is phenomenal in the film, and you can really see the internal struggle of that character as she is trying to rationalise what the hell is going on.
Mais ces retards me faisaient presque plaisir. Je me figurais qu'ils se démenaient tous les deux pour réunir la somme. Et pourtant, elle était détendue ce soir. Elle riait.
I think for me, the key point was the discovery of the affair at the start and the almost switch in the husband. There was a lack of emotion. You'd imagine in this situation it would be explosive. But there's almost just a switch of a button. He's going to switch off. He's just going to be obsessive and sort things out his own way. Not going to let on. Not going to react. The cinematic wrap-up of this one was really surprising as well, because it goes in an avenue that I was not expecting, and then kind of pulled the rug right at the end, which I kind of felt like they had to do, but if they almost hadn't won the last little bit, I don't know if it would have been a better movie.
Un trouble curieux s'était emparé de moi, comme au premier temps où j'étais amoureux d'elle. Elle était venue me trouver désemparée. Elle avait eu besoin de moi, mais c'est parce qu'elle souffrait à cause de l'autre.
Great anyway. The transfer on this one was fantastic, especially the moody black and white sequences. The sequence at the start where the husband bursts in and someone is dead, and it's got the light coming from the open doorway as it shines across the room. It looks wonderful. Everything just pops out. Like I said, Jean Moreau looks amazing in this. It's just, the 4K restoration just makes it look absolutely fantastic. Let's dive into the disc and have a look at the extras. Here we are in the disc for Back to the Wall. Let's go to the special features. First, we have an audio commentary by Daniel Kramer. Next, we have Eduardo Molinaro. In this television interview, director Édouard Molinaro talks about his life and career on film. Originally broadcast on French television in September 2011. This runs for 23 minutes and 3 seconds and is a great addition to this disc as he looks back on his career, touching on some of the high points. Then there is the trailer, and that's the extras for Back to the Wall. There we have it. Back to the Wall is a taut psychological noir where every gesture matters. Every lie inches the characters closer to ruin. Jean Moreau shines in this one as a real standout, and the director's sense of suspense is really wonderful, eking everything out of every sequence that he possibly can. This is my favourite of the set so far. It's going to be a tough one to beat. I really enjoyed this, and I'd love to know your thoughts on Back to the Wall. So let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, or fall somewhere in the middle. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.